Hi guys, welcome back to Dubventures. Guys, we're planning a trip to Scotland in the next few weeks, but we've got a bit of an issue. Campsites are full. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you are a long time viewer and you've not pressed that subscribe button, please consider pressing it. Guys, it's free and it really helps the channel out. And if you press the notification bell, you won't miss out on any videos. Right, let's talk about today's video. We're going to Scotland and then just after that we're going to Wales. But we started looking into like where to stay and everything, and a lot of campsites are actually booked and full. So that causes us a bit of an issue. Now if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you will know that we love going to Scotland. It's our we just love it that much that we would go as much as we could, and every opportunity we get we always go. But with all the restrictions recently, we've not been able to go as much, but we are going, and we're going to be going for about 10 days. Now if you do watch our previous videos, you'll know that, you know, like the last time we went to Scotland, we did the NC 500 and we stayed at campsites every single day. Now when we did the NC 500, we didn't actually do any well camping. The main reason for that is it was cold when we did it, and we didn't actually have a diesel heater in the van. Now we've actually got a diesel heater and the campsites are full, we're going to have to really consider well camping options in Scotland. But the thing is, there's pros and cons to well camping, and there's pros and cons to staying in a campsite as well. So what we're going to do is, when Brooke gets in the van, we're going to have a bit of a chat about the pros and cons of well camping and staying at a campsite.
Hi guys, I'm Brooke, just in case you're new to the channel. Now, if you've been watching us for a while, you will know that I like my campsites, don't I, Tom?
Yeah, it's your luxuries, luxuries that you like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
We have been and done a few wild camping trips, and I have actually really enjoyed them, but I don't think it'd swing me to not go to a campsite.
Yeah, now I've just been telling them that obviously you're planning this Scotland trip. I mean, we've got like a lot of other things that we're doing as well, and like we're just really busy with so many things. Yeah. And you've started looking into the Scotland trip, and Brooke said to me yesterday, yeah, all the campsites that we wanted to go to are booked. So we're like, well, what are we going to do now?
For in June.
Yeah, so the only choice we've got is to go wild camping now.
I've found some campsites though.
Yeah, because what we're hoping to do is, we're hoping to, like, if we can do like maybe say maximum 3 days wild camping, and then 1 day campsite.
Or maybe 2 days wild camping, 2 days campsite if possible.
Well, that's going to come down, because it is, you know, if you guys are trying to like book any campsites and that, you'll know that it's really busy, and there's certain campsites we want to stay at. Now what we are going to do is, we're not actually just doing a repeat of the NC 500, are we? No,
so I've planned 2 mini routes for while we're in Scotland, which isn't part of the NC 500, so you'll just have to stay tuned for that.
There's a lot more to Scotland than the NC 500, a lot more.
We have got another Scotland trip coming up in August, which we go with Aaron and Kerry's coming with us on that, and that's going to be another route as well. So, but
what we're going to have to do is, we're going to have to, because that sort of like brings us on to like what I was going to talk about, because they've got kids, they're going to have to like be campsite fully, because like I say, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of well camping and campsites.
Well, one of them is that.
Yeah, one of the sort of like cons against well camping, especially if you've got kids, is if you've got a pop top like Aaron Kerry has. If you're well camping somewhere, you've got kids with you, and you've got the pop top up in, it's obvious that you're well camping. I don't know if any of you guys like been well camping, you've got kids and like you've had your pop top open, you know, do you feel secure and everything? Do you feel comfortable doing it? You know, because Aaron was actually telling us about that, you know, like well camping for him, with the kids, with the, you know, but anyway, but that's going to be in August, so, you know, we need to organise this one first.
The one in August I'm planning is going to be, we're going away for 3 weeks, and Aaron and Kerry are coming for a week, so we're going to be doing campsites for a week, and then we're going to do a lot of wild camping, which will be a different route for a week, and then we're doing the NC 500 for 2 weeks.
So what we have to do at the moment then is basically, because we're going to Scotland in a couple of weeks, and we've left it too late, haven't we? We didn't really think, like I said, we've got a lot of other things that we're doing as well, but we've left it too late to book campsites.
I will plan it, it'll be fine. I've already got the routes.
You know, Brute's good at planning.
So
yeah, we've got the routes planned and everything, but what we're going to be doing is, like I said,
what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 weeks in Scotland with the 2 routes that I've planned, but then when we come back, we've got 4 days going to Wales.
Yeah, we're going to Wales as well. We've got like a bit of like an event thing planned, but you're going to have to stay tuned for that. Like, make sure you hit the subscribe button, lots and lots coming up. But like I say, what we're doing, we're keeping you updated today, and we have been asked a lot, because we just did a recent video about well camping. We're no experts when it comes to wild camping.
We've only done it a few times.
times, but you know, we like it, don't we? You know,
yeah, we do.
You know, we understand. Like,
I don't think I could have done it without the heater.
No, I've said that before you got in the van, because when we went to Scotland last time, did the NC500, we didn't have the heater.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without the heater. It would have been freezing.
No, definitely not. Right, so if it's something that you guys are looking into, let's talk about, like, in our experience, like, more so the pros and cons of, like, staying at a campsite, and we can compare it against wild camping and stuff. So let's get into that. So guys, in the experience that we've got of staying at campsites, we'll talk about the pros of staying at a campsite. Now, the main pro about staying at a campsite is it's the actual destination, because if you set off to go to a campsite, you've got a destination to actually get to. It's like a base, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not having to, like, get there and like worry, oh, where am I gonna go, where am I gonna, like, park and everything. You've got a destination to head to, and that takes, like, a lot of stress off of trying to find somewhere. And then with that, obviously, when you get to the campsite, you know, because you're, like, in an enclosed area, if you like, on the actual campsite, you can take your time setting everything up, and you can use all of your equipment. You can get, like, all your awnings out and things like that, can't you?
Yeah. And then the other thing is toilets and showers. I mean, we have toilets in our camper van, but it's not the same as a proper toilet.
Listen, hey. Yeah, proper toilet is a proper toilet. We don't need to go into that. And obviously got the shower facilities. The other pro about staying at a campsite is the electric hookup. You know, you can obviously power your electrics, you know, your cool boxes, your fridges and things like that. Again, we do have electrics, but because it's like, if you was wild camping, it's not, you can't get the full power of everything, like run certain items and that, you know. The other pro, I suppose it's like the main one, you know, if you've got a family and stuff, it's like, it's the safety of being, security of being within a campsite. You know, you're not kind of like looking over your shoulder. Although the wild camping that we've done, we never felt we was looking over our shoulder at any point whatsoever. We felt comfortable and secure and everything.
I think it just comes down to where you find to park.
Yeah,
if you're going into a town centre, then obviously you're going to be looking over your shoulder, but
yeah, all
in
the
a
time.
rural place, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And then obviously in Scotland, although we've not wild camped in Scotland, we did find some places to wild camp. There's hardly anybody around. Scotland's
a big place. The other pro as well is in a campsite, you're surrounded by like-minded people. Again, it was in Scotland, one of our first camping trips. Our electric hookup wasn't long enough to remember in that place, because we was parked in like a campsite bit that was like far away, and everybody was so helpful and everything. And generally in every campsite we've been to, everybody's like really nice, friendly, helpful and that. So you've always got sort of like the security of like other people around you as well. You know what, there's probably, there is so many pros and everything of like staying in a campsite, but you know, we don't want to be here all day sort of like telling you guys about that. So let's go on to some of the cons that we found staying in a campsite. Now, the main con is it's expensive. You know, some campsites, you know, you're averaging about between £25–45 a night. That's quite expensive, especially if you're doing like a 10-day, 2-week trip in Scotland, like we have done. It adds up, doesn't it? And it can become quite expensive.
Like, obviously, if you look at it as £25 a night, it's not that bad. But when you add it up over a big trip,
if you're doing a big trip,
it does add quite a bit to your budget.
Yeah, and another con as well is when you go to a campsite, you're not guaranteed that you're going to have like a really good view, are you? You could be on a pitch and you could just be staring like another campervan, a motorhome, something like that. You know, just because you're paying money, it doesn't guarantee you
to have the best view.
To have like the best view type of thing.
Some campsites have got amazing views.
Yeah, that's where you have to do your homework. But yeah, do your research.
Some of the ones we've been to, we'll be able to pop some pictures up here.
Yeah.
The cons is, although it might not be a con for everyone, is you might be stuck next to the person that's the party animals. And everybody knows
we have had that.
They have had them at a campsite.
Yeah, we've had that where you're parked up next to somebody, and then we stayed at a campsite once, Aaron and Kerry.
And there was a tent right in front of us.
Yeah, and we thought it was empty, and it was like literally in front of the camper van. They were partying all night.
2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wasn't happy about that.
Which, don't get me wrong, they're only having fun, they're not exactly doing anything wrong, but when you're there to relax,
yeah,
not ideal.
Well, that's the other. That I suppose it's another con as well. You know, if you're on a campsite, if you want complete peace, you might not get that. You know, if you're staying on a campsite, like I said, and we have had that experience of that. So, so guys, there probably is a lot more cons than that. Like I said, you know, we just want to like let you guys know, because like I said, we have been asked about these things before, and you know, these little things might, you know, decide for somebody whether they want to stay in a campsite or like wild camp. So then on the other side, we've got wild camping, the pros of wild camping. Now, the pros of wild camping is you're free as anything. You know, you can pull up alongside a beach, you know, if it's safe and secure and you're allowed to.
Your views will be amazing because you can just
move
to any spot you want to.
Yeah, and that's something that we're looking forward to. Like I say, we've only wild camped a couple of times. The views were amazing where we went, but we know what it's like in Scotland because every time we drop out, same with Wales as well, and Cornwall, like lots of different places. We said it in the last video, oh, we could wild camp there, we could wild camp there, and you know, we kept saying it and everything.
On our Facebook group, a lot of people were saying as well that they do the exact same thing when they go away.
Join our Facebook group, guys, Dubventures. You know, it's a really friendly, like, you know, place to come and chat, all like-minded people and everything.
Community.
Yeah, and be part of our Dubventures community. Another pro, guys, if you're wild camping.
Well, the biggest pro is it's free.
Yeah, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Do you know what I mean? You know, and if you find the right spot, you know, even like when you go on holiday abroad and stuff like that, you don't always get to choose your view, but if you can find the right place, you know, that view that you've got, it's free. The other thing with wild camping, and it's something that like you know, we're the type of people that this is what we like about when we travel and thing. If you find the right spot and everything, it's the peace and quiet that you would be able to get.
Yeah, and like we said, we've only wild camped in a couple of places, but we'll pop up a couple of pictures of when we was wild camping. There wasn't many people about, or if there was only another person camping, and so it's peace and quiet. Yeah. Another pro of wild camping is you're not like confined to time limits. Like at campsites, you've got a check-in time and a check-out time, whereas wild camping, you decide, oh, do you know what, I might stay here for a bit longer.
Yeah, if you've got a view and you're really happy with it and everything.
And you can stay a couple of nights and
that's one that I've not thought of before. But yeah, if you find somewhere you could
just saying.
Yeah, there's many sort of like advantages to wild camping, but you know, I'd say before you go on a long trip or anything, you need to do like what we've done. You know,
do an odd night.
Do an odd night that's quite localish. You see how you feel about it and everything. Because there are cons to wild camping. Now, obviously, for some people, you know, you might not feel safe and secure, you know, when you're wild camping, because obviously, you know, you're out and about in nature, and you know, you don't know who's out and about and things like that. So you do have to like take that into consideration. So when you are like looking to wild camp somewhere, you know, you've got to like think ahead, you know, about the area, like where you are and things, and you know, just do a bit of research. You know, don't like Brooke said before, don't just park in the town centre and stuff.
Unless that's what you like.
Unless that's what you like. I mean, like I said, we like the sort of like away from like the hustle and bustle of everything. I mean, there might be a time, because you know, for the past couple of years we've been wanting to travel abroad, haven't we, and like going to Europe and everything, you know, and there could be times that like, you know, we will sort of like do that type of wild camping, because we've not done any stealth camping either. That's hit the subscribe button, guys, because we've got some stealth camping coming up, but that's another video for another time. But hit the subscribe button. Another con, guys, is we've mentioned this in loads of videos before. If you've got a wild camping spot in mind and you travel there, you have to have a plan B, because if you get there and it's full, or it might have changed, or you might not be allowed to camp there anymore, you need to be adaptable and be able to like move on. Now again, if you're tired and you've traveled for a long time, or you've got your family with you, you've got kids with you, things like that, and you were set on this wild camping spot, it might not be there when you get there. So you know, that's a con, and you need to adapt to it.
Some people can't do that. Some people are planners and they have to know exactly where they're going, like Brooke, which I think is why he's more into wild camping and I'm more into campsites, because I have a plan and I know exactly where I'm going from day by day.
Yeah, you know what, guys, there's going to be a lot more pros and cons of like wild camping, like campsites and everything, but it's just what type of person you are. You know, we're kind of like trying to be both, aren't we? And
I'm sure the more we do wild camping, the more pros and cons we will find.
Well, here's the thing, because we are going to Scotland in a couple of weeks, we are going to be doing some wild camping. So we're going to, you know, everything that we're talking to you guys about now, we're going to be doing it. So, you know, if you follow like our journey when we do go to Scotland, you'll see like, you know, what we're doing, and obviously close to the time we'll let you know like obviously what campsites that we're booked in it and welcome. I'm excited. I just welcome all the time.
He's excited because he doesn't know where he's going.
I know, but do you know what? I'm happy to.
You're excited just sitting in the van in the garden.
That's true. But like, you know, a pop-up sort of like little bucket that we've got and things, you know, I'll just get a soap and sponge and clean it. I've not bothered me, do you know what I mean? But I know it's different for a girl.
I like the showers and
everything.
I do need to do my hair.
Yeah. I understand.
No, you don't. You
I don't actually. I don't. I'm just like, bro, just get your bikini on and just like get in the forest and get like scrubbed down, do you know what I mean?
Maybe if it's about 100 degrees outside.
Do you know what, guys? There is other options as well.
There's like pubs you can stay at. Farms do it now.
There's a lot of places now that where you go. I mean, just give them a phone call. Like if you like planning a trip and you know there's a pub on the way or something, just give them a phone call and just say, look, I've got a camper van, motorhome, whatever. If I come there, you know, and like eat and that in your pub and everything, is there a possibility of staying overnight? And do you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of people.
We stayed in a pub car park.
Yeah, we did that recently. It was it's kind of like a well camp. Yeah, it was like a well camp. You know, that's another video that we've done recently as well. So
and we will be doing more of that. So stay tuned for that.
But that's one of the things that we're going to be doing.
And we've got some unusual places to camp coming up soon.
Yeah, definitely. But that's one of the things that we're going to be doing is on this journey that Brooke's planning. We're going to be looking at some pubs and just make a phone call. Can we do it? They're either going to say yes or no. Right, we're just going to go and take Thor for a little walk. I think he's a bit tired from his walk, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we've got some planning to do for the trip. So I was just getting all tangled up. Well, you've got some planning to do for this trip, but it is going to be predominantly a lot of well camping, and we're really excited about that.
Some campsites as well.
Some
and
campsites.
The Wales bit is all campsites.
That's we already organised that like over a month ago.
Aaron and Kerry are coming to a couple of those as well.
So guys, do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, because we've got a lot of exciting travel videos coming up, and there's more things as well that we've got coming. Lots and lots. So hit that subscribe button, and until the next one, got anything to add?
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. I always throw her off when I say things like that. Guys, until the next one, follow our Facebook group, follow our Instagram group, follow our Twitter group. Guys, until the next one. Bye. For now.